No people did in that house are doing. The young people have an out, so the people who are doing the junior sort of leaving. So now, before I say anything else, thank you to Joe McHugh's Minister for Education Secretary for getting in touch with me beforehand, for an hour before the announcement was made that the junior sort it'll be postponed and done in class. When they go back to school, it'll be done in class. It won't be really much of a test. It'll just be a class assessment. In other words, that's the way they've phrased it. So thank you to her for telling me that an hour beforehand. So I knew an hour before the public knew. And the same as the local authorities. The local authorities were told an hour before everybody else was told. But yeah, thanks for that. And I said on the messages that the people have been saying to me about the wine, about the junior sort and leaving sort. And I said them on, and she said the minister has seen them, which is great. He finally acknowledges that some that I'm trying to get an answer out of him, but he finally has an answer. And as I put in the email last night, I said you was to stand around like a bunch of Celtic men doing nothing. I proved myself wrong. They finally upped their game and said, we're going to say what we're going to do. Now, first of all, I know that some people would be upset and that, be upset. Some people won't even care less, and, I wouldn't blame them for not caring less. But it is going to affect people. Like, as I was waiting to some of them today that sent me messages, and I sent them on to the Department of Education. They sent me about the wine with the junior son leaving. So now I rang some of them and they said, we have an answer. And that's the thing. They have an answer. They know now, it's not uncertain. They know what's coming up. They have an idea what's coming now. So which is great because they're saying they're less worried about it. And I said to them, mind your health, mind your mental health, and don't worry about the exams. It's only a piece of paper, more or less what I said to them. And so look at, as I said to them, there's always a better day to come. And what I mean by that is, there's a lot more than papers in life. There's personalities too, the matter. But yeah, the junior sort, as I said, will be done in a class-based assessment. There won't be any an exam set or anything like that. But it obviously won't be done as soon as they come back. It'll be a few weeks. But the leaving sort, they're adamant to go ahead with it. As she said, I was talking to her good for 2 minutes. But anyway, I really do appreciate she took the time, to get back to me. And obviously he has seen, Joe McHugh has seen the messages thankfully. And I'm happy too. I'm happy enough with this. I'm not too sure. Like some people have said, it's like kicking the can down the road. They should just give everybody equal points the juniors leaving sorts away. I don't know. That could have been the better option, but we have to wait and see. How it works out, because this could be all gone with next week, and we might have it to say, it could be gone next week, could be gone tomorrow. This coronavirus, and we might have a cure tomorrow. If you know what I'm saying, it's just uncertain. It's uncertain what could happen. But I think it's the right decision because we put young people's health first. First priority was putting young people's health first. Because I would have been really very tick if they came out and said today, and she told me today that the Department of Education were going to put children into the schools when there's a pandemic going on in this country. I would have been very tick with that. If they made them go in when there's a pandemic. There would have been shots fired. It's simple as that, because I would have whipped with a sock if they did. Like, at least fair play to the government for putting people's lives on putting people's lives first. Because your health is your priority. People's health and people's well-being is their priority. And it's my priority too. That's first stop. You can always get another piece of paper saying I done this and that. But you can't get back your mental health or your physical health, and that's something that money can't buy. But yeah, in relation to college, obviously college and school will be delayed. If it is, it will be a few weeks delayed. We'll have to take a few weeks off. It will be disrupted. It will be disrupted. Along with colleges, it will be disrupted. Obviously, people going into the colleges will be disrupted. But anyway, they understand. Colleges understand. I'd say to people, don't worry about it. As I said to these people I rang today, they were worrying about it, and I told them straight away, relax for the next 2 weeks. Relax for the next 2 weeks. Put your feet up, chill out, chill with your family. Talk to your friends on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. And relax. Don't be worrying yourself. Don't stress yourself out. There's enough stress in the world without worrying about these exams, because they will come and go, and they'll be one. And I felt like with my junior sort. I know this is talking about me, but came and went, and I didn't pass much remarks on it. But that's me. In other words, I'm more worried about people's health and well-being without caring less about if you get a score, then good. That's it. If you get what you wanted to achieve, then that's very good. But there's no point worrying yourself, and I worrying yourself about it. But I'm just saying to people, if you are worried about it, if you are worried, but if you want to talk about if you're worried about the junior sword or leaving sword, contact me, of course. Contact me if you want, because a lot of people have, and I'm thankful because they came to me and said, I'm worried about this, junior sword, and my leaving sword might not go ahead. I'm worried about it because I put so much work into my fight show, as one person said. And I said, I'm able to talk to people, and I'm not afraid to, talk to people and say to people, look at, it's good that you put the work in, and you know yourself that you could have achieved it, but it's it was out of our hands, and that's more or less what I said. But if anybody has is worried about it, don't be afraid to hit me up on Twitter or Facebook or Messenger. Don't be afraid to call me or text me. Saying obviously my back's going for some reason because I feel my back going down. But yeah, so it's something at least. It's something anyway. At least they got back to me to the Department of Education, for one, and then obviously the second thing, the good part of it is that they didn't put people's lives in danger, which is great. But anyway, take care everybody, and let me know what you take. I know some people be worried about it, and some people won't care, and people who won't care really, are probably right not to care really that much. Because it is only a piece of paper, in my opinion. Other people deem it differently, but your health's your priority, and that's the simple stat. You can't get your health back. In simple stat. I can't stress that enough. But then thanks for watching. Be safe and take care, and bye.